Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and this week we are playing with this sketch and on the SpiegelMom Scraps design team. And so what I wanted to do is I knew that I wanted to use this photo that I had taken with this fun Snapchat filter. And I knew that it would go perfectly with the Stargazer collection. So I went ahead and pulled out some of the papers from that collection, and I'm pulling out the things that have a much more subtle look to them, because I know I want the majority of my embellishments to kind of be in the pink and mint family. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this kind of offset pattern paper corner like you have seen me do before. And I've backed this kind of like a light wood grain that has little white hearts on it with the more bolder blue, like a dark blue polka dot paper. And then I went ahead and put that on that mint colored gingham. And I really like how that takes two lights and then has that bold contrast in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and use 4 of the 4-inch doilies, and these are from the SpiegelMom Scraps store. And those are going to kind of mimic those 4 circles that were in the layout. So rather than taking the sketch and making it into a full 12 by 12 with 4 big circles, I am kind of scaling that down to fit inside this tan or this brown colored piece of pattern paper that I have. So I'm just going to play around with a bunch of the embellishments that came with this collection. I'm not going to pull in a whole lot of stuff from other collections, so I'm going to stick primarily with this particular collection for this layout. So I'm just going to kind of layer up some of the pieces from the embellishment pack, and then what I typically do is I kind of lay things out and get an idea of where my layout is going before I start gluing things down. So I know that this is going to be a little cluster with this piece of ephemera, the star, and the flare. And then I knew that I wanted to use this little library piece that came with the roller date stamp. Oh my goodness, my words are not working today, you guys. It came with the roller date stamp. I'm going to use that as a layer beneath that pink kind of notebooky paper looking piece of ephemera. And then I'm just creating some layers on top of it. That word wonderful down there does have some foiling on it, and I'm going to put some dimensional adhesive behind it to make that pop up off the page. And then I just picked up these brand new sticker books, and these are from American Crafts. And there's a sticker book that's assigned to specific designers. And so this is the Dear Lizzy sticker book. And these books are awesome because they come with, like this one in particular comes with 1,384 stickers. And they all coordinate with the Dear Lizzy collections from the last couple of years. And so they give you a lot of options to add little elements and details that were not in the original collections. And so I love that. And I love that they have all kinds of words, icons, phrases, little phrase stickers. There's some planner stuff in there, just tons of really great stuff. And so that is going to be something that you see me kind of pull out a few times here, looking through, trying to decide what I want to use from there. I did go ahead and add this little navy blue tag into this cluster, and I feel like that's a great addition because it pulls in that navy a little bit more that is in my kind of bold contrasting pattern paper. And there I've got my dimensional adhesive on that little block down there. And so then I'm going to concentrate on this one up at the top. And same thing, I wanted to add a little pop of that navy. So I just grabbed a pattern paper from the 6x6 paper pad, and that's going to go in that circle. And then I was just playing around with this wild and free, trying to decide where I might want that to go. So this is one of those layouts where I really spent some time playing around with my embellishments. So things do not always come together as quickly and easily as it looks like in YouTube land. Often I spend a lot of time on my embellishments, excuse me, trying to decide exactly where I want everything to go and how I want my layers to look. And so this is typically something that I will not always include in the video itself, but I left some of it in this time because I really feel like in YouTube land, we give off this impression that pages come together really quickly and easily, and we know exactly what we're doing the second we sit down at our desk, and that is so not the case. Especially for me. So I grabbed this sticker that says Wild and Free, and it has one of the clear background stickers, and I really like it in that space. But here's the problem that I started to have with it. I have Wild and Free there, And then I also have Wild and Free on the little banner next door to it. And that doesn't work for me. I don't like to have that same phrase repeated over and over. Like eventually that's going to really bother me on this page. I didn't want to change the little tag because it fits so perfectly with that little puffy sticker deer, and I wanted that on the page because it goes with the Snapchat filter. So I went ahead and went back and took off that clear sticker, and I'm going to save that for a different layout. And then I'm going back and adding a bunch of these little puffy stickers, so either the teeny tiny stars or hearts in each of my clusters. And this is one of those pages where I don't mind mixing hearts and stars, because I have hearts in the background, stars on some of the design elements, and I'm okay with that. There are a lot of times in my layouts where I don't mix hearts and stars, but a whimsical page like this that isn't really, it's not this big important event or anything like that, it's more whimsical and fun, then I don't mind combining the two. So I'm just adding my journaling up in that top box, and it just says something about the fact that I am not a selfie fan. I do not like my own photos, but I am facing that dislike because it is important to me, it's important to my kids that I am in my scrapbooks and my albums and our memories too. So then I went ahead and just grabbed the Unicorns and Rainbows sequin mix from SpiegelMom Scraps and added a few of those in each of my clusters. And then you also saw in that gingham around the edge that in some of the areas where the lines cross, I just added in a sequin detail. And I think that adds a neat little touch, and I will be back to see you again soon. Bye, guys!